Hi, Stephen and Rochelle Weinstein here. We are so excited about the forthcoming Light Up the Night fundraising event.
Rochelle and author Lisa Barr look forward to sharing books and time with you all. Make sure to bid a lot of money. It's for a really good cause. Stay safe.
Thanks, you all. Bye.
Bye.
Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let the light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let the light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let the light shine. Huh! When it shines, it ushers in the day of rest. Day free from work, a day free from stress. When it shines, it brings us closer to the one. shines, it brightens up dark winter's night. We remember the miracles and the long hard fight. When it shines, it brings us closer to the one. So let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let that light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let that light shine. When it shines, we celebrate holiest days, when we're filled with thanks and words of praise. When it shines, it brings us closer to the one. When it shines, it lights up our house of prayer. It forever gives light, it will always be there. When it shines, it brings us closer to the one. So let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let that light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let that light shine. Let heart beat
We're going live in about 30 seconds. What's your question?
before all our hosts.
I get here. Refresh your screens. If you both refresh, it should be normal. It should be the same.
Possibility for a world of peace and harmony. When it shines, it brings us closer to the one. To the one. To the one. So let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, shine, let it shine, shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine. Come on, let it shine. Let it shine, shine, let it shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, come on, let it shine. You've got to let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Come on, let your light shine. Let it shine, come on, let your light
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just moments away from beginning our program here. Light up the night for Temple Sinai. This is your warning. You look, I'm sorry, on this side of the screen. Oh, where'd my clock go? I had a clock there just a moment ago, but this program will start in just a little less than 7.5 minutes. So please, there it is on the screen right there. Understand that get in the most comfortable seat in your house. Mix your cocktail, pour your glass of wine, whatever it is that you want to do to get ready to light up the night for Temple Sinai. I will also tell you that you can donate it anytime throughout the program. We're going to give you the instructions exactly how to do so. It's all done through your bidding device, whether that be your phone or your computer or your smart TV, however it is you're ingesting and watching tonight's program, we're going to give you all those instructions as we get ready to light up the night here for Temple Sinai. Our program begins in less than 7 minutes.
Hi, I'm Susie, and this is Sage, and we are S&S Real Estate Group at FIP Realty. We are super excited about tonight. Leave it to Temple Sinai to come up with such an innovative way to bring the community together. They are always thinking of new things to keep us involved. Sage, what lights you up about Temple Sinai?
What lights me up about Temple Sinai is that sense of community, that we are a family and it feels like home. We are always working together to make sure that we are thriving every single day. And I'm honored to be a part of it. And we're honored to be a part of tonight. We are honored to be a part of that silent auction. We're excited to see the live auction items and we're ready for some fun. So get ready for a really fun night.
Bye.
Candelas para mí, sí, para mí, sí, 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 candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, para mí. 8 candelas para mí, candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, para mí. 8 candelas para mí. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí, candelas para mí. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, con alegrías y placer. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, con alegrías y placer. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. 2 pastelicos voy a comer, con almendricas y la miel. Candelas para mí. 2 pastelicos voy a comer, con almendricas y la miel. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. If you wanna be happy and succeed in your life, be content with your share and devoted in prayer. Show faith when there is doubt, shalom when hate is all about. Spread shalom openly, shower blessings on everyone you see. Let us live by these beliefs. Let us live by these beliefs. To serve you live by these beliefs, you'll feel God's blessing within. If you wanna be happy and succeed in your life, spread your hand to your friends when they ask you for help. Be the spark that brings light, step up and just make things right. Fix the world through your deeds and strive for justice. That is all you need. Let us live by these beliefs. Let us live by these beliefs. We say to live by these beliefs, you feel God's blessing within. Sa devarim, haolam omed. Al shosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shosha devarim, haolam omed. Shoshan devarim, haolam omer. Al shosha devarim, haolam omer. Al hatorah ve'al havodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al hatorah ve'al havodah ve'al gemilut
So right off the top, I'm going to say, welcome to Light.
You'll find God's presence within.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Temple Sinai's Light Up the Night. All right. My name is Jason Alpert. I will be your MC and auctioneer throughout the program here this evening. Understand that our studio audience is small but mighty. We've got a total of 5 people here in the sanctuary with us, right? But we are ready to have a great night for all of you watching from home, maybe from your pool decks, wherever you're watching from. We're going to have a great night. Now, understand that Rabbi Litwick is not going to be here with us here tonight. He did pre-record some videos that are going to be in tonight's program, but he has traveled to Virginia to be with his father-in-law. We certainly wish Rabbi Berkowitz a speedy recovery. Now, being a Saturday night program as it is, and Shabbat coming to a close, we do want to kick off tonight's Light Up the Night program with a Havdalah service. So, to do that for us, we of course have Cantor Norman, and he will be joined by Lenny Feldman.
Yai lai ra 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 rai rai ra rai ra 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 rai rai ya ra rai 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 ya ra rai rai ya ra rai yai lai ra 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 rai 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 ra 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 rai rai ya ra 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 rai rai ya ra rai rai ya ra rai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Bore peri hagafen Bore peri hagafen Ya lai la ra 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 rai 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 ra 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 rai rai Ya ra rai lai rai ra rai ra rai rai ya ra lai Ya lai ra 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 rai 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 ra 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 rai rai Ya ra rai 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 ya ra rai ya ra rai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei minei besamim Borei minei besamim Ya lai la ra 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 rai lai 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 la ra 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 rai rai Ya ra rai 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 ra rai ra rai ra rai ra rai Ya la ra 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 lai 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 la ra 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 rai rai Ya ra rai ra rai ra rai ra rai 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei yorei haesh Borei yorei haesh Ya lai ra 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 rai lai 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 la ra 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 rai rai Ya ra 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 rai ra rai la lai ra rai ra rai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Amavdil ben kodesh lechol Amavdil ben kodesh lechol Ya lai la ra 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 rai 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 la ra 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 rai rai Ya ra rai 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 ra rai ra rai ra rai ra rai Ay la ra 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 lai 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 ra 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 rai rai Ya ra rai lai rai rai ya ra lai lai ya la lai Eliyahu hanavi Eliyahu hatishbi Eliyahu 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 agiladi Eliyahu 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 agiladi Imheira beyameinu ya'avo eleinu Mashiach ben David Mashiach ben David Eliyahu hanavi Eliyahu hatishbi Eliyahu 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 hagiladi Shavua tov 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 A good week, a week of peace, a gladness, pray and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace, a gladness, pray and joy increase. Shavua tov.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Rabbi Litwack and Cantor Norman, for that wonderful Havdalah service. My name is Darren Friedman, and as the president of Temple Sinai, it's my pleasure to welcome you to light up the night and to wish you a very, very happy third night of Hanukkah. I'm speaking to you tonight from our beautiful campus. As a kid, I spent many, many hours on this playground, both as a religious school student and as a camp counselor at Camp Sinai when I was a teenager. And now I get to watch my kids grow up here at Temple Sinai too. They are the reason why I volunteer and I give to Temple Sinai. This is what Temple Sinai is all about. The passing down of traditions, the traditions of Judaism from one generation to another. Just like my parents did for me, and my wife Karen and I are now doing for our 3 boys. And whether it's hearing the shofar during the High Holy Days, or whether it's sharing a challah on Shabbat, or whether it's just enjoying our beautiful campus, this is what matters, the passing down of traditions from one to another. Our traditions matter, this place matters. This has been a really trying year, to say the least. And even though we can't all physically be together, through events like this, through the event we're having tonight, we are still finding ways to come together as a community. There are great things ahead for Temple Sinai because of you. And tonight is going to be one of those great nights, filled with inspiration and entertainment. I know you're going to see something tonight that moves you. And when you do see something that moves you, bid on an auction item or make a donation when it's time for it. Do something so that the traditions of our people, the traditions of this temple, can continue to be passed down from generation to generation. It's going to be a great night tonight, thanks to you. Hopefully we'll all get together and see each other soon. Back to you, Jason.
All right, Darren, thank you so much for that message and certainly your leadership here at Temple Sinai. Now, we do want to remind everyone, as Darren just talked about, this is a fundraiser, and we want you to know that throughout the program tonight, whenever you feel so compelled to give, you can do just that. You are watching tonight's program through a service called Qtego. If you have made the video window take up your full screen, anytime you want to bid or donate an item, you have to minimize that screen, and then you will see all the bidding options all around on the screen. If you're watching it on a screen and you want to bid or donate from a second device, you can do that as well. So lots of great opportunities to do that. Understand that we are going to give away some prizes throughout the program tonight. In fact, we're going to give out prizes just for registering. If you are watching tonight's program, that means you're registered, because the only way to watch tonight's program is through Qtego, our mobile bidding platform, and that is how you are registered for the program. So we're going to randomly pick some winners tonight through our mobile bidding site to win Edible Arrangements gift cards. So our first randomly selected registered person is Stan Green. How about a round of applause for Stan? All right. So Stan, you won that package for doing almost nothing. All you did was register. Congratulations. Now, for those of you who want to get in on the fun, who want to have a chance to win something, how about a $1,000 Amex gift card? That is available to you. What we're doing, and listen, I'm watching the program just like you all are here too. I'm watching people chat through our chat feature. Understand there's a little button that says chat. If you tap on that, you can communicate. And listen, what Alan said, Shavua Tov, thank you to all for participating and light up the night. Sorry I can't be there in person. No one's here in person, Alan, but thank you anyway. But he ends with this: I hope everyone will bid and bid often. Listen, Alan, I appreciate that, but you forgot one thing. How about bid high? Bid often, and bid high. You got to do all 3 of those things. So please chat with us. You also have the opportunity, as I mentioned, to buy your way into our opportunity drawing. We're giving away $1,000 Amex gift cards. So far, we've only sold 21 opportunities to win this $1,000 Amex gift card. There are $100 opportunities, so the next person who buys will have a 1 in 22 chance of winning $1,000. So please, pull out your device that you've been bidding and donating from, tap on the button that says raffle, and buy your way into that for $1,000. We will announce that before the end of the program. I will also tell you that our silent auction will close around 7:35. We will count you all the way down to the close of the silent auction. For those of you who are bidding, continue bidding. We'll let you know when that silent auction closes around 7:35. We will also close our program tonight with a performance by the youngsters from Dade, Sinai. Understand that I know so many of you are watching here tonight who love that program, not only because you may have children in it, but many of you went through that program as well. So we're going to have some of the kids, some of the youth singing Hanukkah songs, because this, in fact, is a Hanukkah celebration. Light up the night through our Hanukkah celebration. We're going to light Hanukkah candles coming up in just a moment also as well. We've got performances by our adult choir. We've got performances, singing performances by some of our congregants who have nothing to do with any of our choirs, because that's going to be enjoyable for you all to watch as well. But I will tell you that throughout the night tonight, we are going to reinforce this theme of light up the night. Because that's what we do on Hanukkah. We light up the night. But also throughout the year, every year, we light up the night through Temple Sinai. And we take a moment to check in with some of our congregants and find out what it is about Temple Sinai that lights them up.
What lights us up about Temple Sinai is
family, friends, experiences.
And it's fun to go there.
We love Temple Sinai because
in the darkness of this pandemic, Rabbi Litwack, Cantor Norman, and Temple Sinai have been a shining light in our community, beaming Shabbat and holiday services to light up our homes.
Kol HaKavod to Rabbi Litwack and Cantor Norman, and a big thank you to the entire Temple Sinai community.
For 28 years, Temple Sinai has been my spiritual home. I have been blessed to celebrate many simchas, my bat mitzvah, my wedding, my daughter's bat mitzvah. Temple Sinai illuminates my Jewish soul, my neshama. I am an equal on the bima. I am welcome to chant Torah and Haftarah. I have learned, shared, and grown.
Greetings from the Nitzbergs. What lights up the Nitzbergs about Temple Sinai is the temple embracing us as an interfaith family and the ongoing support we have received from the amazing clergy, support staff, and the congregation over the 2 years that we have been partners in the Temple Sinai family. Happy Holidays!
All right, happy holidays to you all as well, folks. As we roll through the program here, we're going to update you on a few things. I'm watching the chat feature here, and we're going to make sure that Susan and Lenny are watching the chat feature as well, because we want to communicate with you. We want to hear what you all are doing out there, enjoying the program. If you have any questions for us here in the studio, i.e. sanctuary, please share them with us, and we want to communicate with you throughout the program here this evening. Now, as you oftentimes hear, programs like this cannot happen without our sponsors. And we say it at almost every program because it's so true. Those sponsors are really the driving force behind these programs. The auctions are fun. The opportunity drawings are fun. The bid from the heart is going to be amazing here this evening. But really, programs like this are driven by our sponsors. And we're going to turn it over to some of the people who are most impacted by the sponsorships of programs like this. To thank our sponsors, it is the youth of Temple Sinai.
Thank you, Menorah sponsors Kara and Darren Friedman, Carol and Gary Moss, and Doris and Leon Peak-Nagura for lighting up the night.
Thank you to our Shamash sponsors, BB Insurance Marketing and McDavid Jones & Company CPAs for lighting up the night.
Thank you to all of our Gelt sponsors.
Bridge Prep Academy, Debbie Bloomfield, Julie and Lenny Feldman, Rose Allen and David Glickman, Ellen and Merritt Halem, Stephanie and Henry Hirsch, Sue Claw, Linda and Don Lokshin, Lynn and Martin Mendelson, Professional Bank, Tropical Sanitation, Lynn L. and Barton Wasserman. Thank you so much for lighting up our night.
Thank you to our candle sponsors, Deborah and Alan Litwack, Luis and Bob Merle, Carol Schechtman, Judy and Murray Swift for lighting up the night.
Thank you to our Flame sponsors, Bonnie Bloom, Comprehensive Fire Alarms, Esther and Mordecai Fintz, Rita Gold, Susan Jones, Dixie Lampert, Mary Jane Rochoson, and Joelle Mintz, Heather and Martin Oppenheimer, Julia Salpeter, Adele and Joel Sandberg, Joanne and Cantor Irving Shooks, Gail and Mark Slatko, Renee Yeslow, and Ronnie and Michael Zindorf for lighting up the night.
Thank you to our live auction donors, Brilliant Rothenberg and Meister Orthodontics, Cantor Norman, Julie and Lenny Feldman, Rabbi Litwack, and Rochelle Weinstein. You guys light up the night.
3. Thank you to our silent auction donors,
Edible Arrangements,
Florencia Cohen Fellow, Swim and Joy,
Meredith and Brian Foster, GBS,
Brett Friedman,
Ross Ellen and David Glickman,
Sandy Joy and Mark Gordon,
Henry and Stephanie Hirsch,
Carol Moss,
Sage Cantor and Susie Oken, S&S Real Estate Group,
Sage Cantor,
Sue Clow,
Anne Ledoux and Ira Zeweller,
Bill and Shirley Lehman, Lehman Auto World,
Jason and Sophie Riddler,
TSND Sisterhood,
Toma Design Group for lighting up the night.
All right, thanks so much to the youth of Temple Sinai for helping with that. I promise there was only a little bit of Hanukkah gelt used as bribes to get them to do those videos for us, right? But thank you so much for doing that. And I will tell you, all of the sponsors were acknowledged and thanked during our pre-show. We thanked them then. They'll be seen again at the end of our program. It's so important. Thank you for your support even before the program started tonight, leading up to tonight's Light Up the Night. Now, we talked all evening long so far about this being a Hanukkah celebration, the Festival of Lights. And what would a Festival of Light celebration be without, of course, the lighting of tonight's Hanukkah candles? So to do that, once again, we're going to bring back Cantor Norman. We're going to bring back Lenny, the first vice president, to light our candles and say our blessings. Cantor?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של חנוכה ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Amen.
beautifully done. I love to hear that. And happy Hanukkah, everyone. Chag Sameach. Now, I look at some of these text messages that have been coming through, so we appreciate those of you who are communicating with us here. I know Sage was on here, and Rabbi David commented, so thank you to you all. Rosellen is watching. Robin, thank you. Lauren, Rabbi Litwack, he was the one who commented earlier, so Rabbi, thank you so much for tuning in as much as you can this evening. Thank you. And folks, again, use that chat feature, communicate with us here. Now, as we want you to communicate with us, we have been communicating with many of our congregants over the past few weeks, and we've been going out to them and saying, during this time, the Festival of Lights, during this time as we prepared for our event, Light Up the Night, we wanted to check in one more time and find out, what is it about Temple Sinai that lights you up?
What lights me up about Sinai? The people, the sense of community, the welcoming environment. The last year and a half has been a really, really special time for me and my girls. My daughter's been super involved in Snifty, and I've really come to develop a newfound friendship with so many people.
Sinai has been a part of my life since I was 5 years old. And what lights me up about Temple Sinai are the memories I have, the connections that my parents, my brothers, and I have, and right now the programming, virtual or in person, during a time when all of us feel that we need to belong.
What lights me up about Temple Sinai is Gan Sinai, the preschool that we have here. It's amazing. It is the most loving environment I've ever experienced, and I am a mom of 3. I cannot express what it has done for my child, for the love that is shown to my child. We have unique things here that no other preschool in the area has. We have this beautiful grounds with nature and trees, and the kids learn every day about bugs and spider monkeys and nature, and they're growing gardens. And on top of that, Gan Sinai has this special ECEX program for children who need a little bit more, which I take advantage of and love. It lights me up even more that my child can receive services, that I can give him extra services, and he can grow and develop in the right environment. I love Temple Sinai.
I'm the oldest member of Temple Sinai, and for over 55 years it's been my religious home.
Temple Sinai lights up our life because it is a compassionate and caring community.
Good evening. There's a story out of Jewish tradition about a wealthy man who decides to build his community a brand new synagogue. For months during the construction, nobody was allowed to enter. And when the building was complete, with great anticipation, the entire community was ushered in, only to discover that the building was dark inside. As their eyes adjusted, they noticed that the brackets to hold the lamps were there, but there were no lights. The wealthy man who welcomed them reassured the congregation that he had not forgotten the lamps. You must bring the lamps. Whenever you are not here, that part of the synagogue, that part of the congregation is dark. Dear friends, for 19 years, I've had the great privilege and joy of being the rabbi of this congregation. That joy has been because you have consistently brought the light of your presence, your passion, your participation, and yes, your purse, to ensure that we continue to fulfill our mission to nurture fuller Jewish life. We do that every day. We strengthen the Jewish future through every age group, through every life cycle event, through every holiday in the Jewish calendar, and every portion of the Torah. COVID certainly has required us to do it in different ways, but our core mission has remained the same. We cannot do this without people like you at events like this one, helping us raise the much needed dollars to continue this work, to be sure that we will be here for the future. So now, as we head into the fundraising part of our evening, I want to just remind you to bid often, and make a donation. So, Jason, take it away.
All right, Rabbi, thank you so much. Certainly, you teed up this part of the program so important. The silent auction is about to close. How do I know the silent auction is about to close? Because it says it right there, right? It's that simple. The silent auction is about to close. Now, how do we know exactly how long we have until the silent auction is about to close or until it actually closes? It's cyberspace. So what I will tell you is you have about 7 minutes. We're going to set a clock here in the studio, our sanctuary, for 7 minutes. We can go ahead and start that now. And understand that that 7 minutes is a very general 7 minutes. It's an estimate because the words that are coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home, wherever you're watching this from, at different times. A few seconds one way or another. So please don't rely on your phones, the exact time. Don't set a stopwatch. Understand that it is about 7 minutes from now, and I'm going to talk to you all for the next 7 minutes and make sure that you all are ready for the closing of the silent auction. You can donate and bid throughout any part of the program as you see fit. The live auction items are open for bidding right now. The bid from the heart, where you can make straight donations, that is open right now, at least for the next 7 minutes as we talk you through this part of the program. I will also tell you this is our last call for your Amex $1,000 gift card drawing. We've only sold about 29 of those, which means the next person who buys a $100 opportunity is going to have a 1 in 30 chance of winning $1,000. So again, you buy all those through your bidding device here. I'm watching them just like you all are. There's only, oh, we just sold 2 more. Perfect. So let's get rolling on that as well. I will continue on with this part of the program. I'll highlight one of our specific silent auction items. This is an auction item that could be worth up to $5,000. You won't know exactly how much it's worth until you either sell your house or buy another house. But if you want to buy or sell, you want to engage with a congregant to help you do that and help get up to $5,000 back, take a listen to this next silent auction item.
Hi, we're back. We are the SNS Real Estate Group at FIP Realty. I am Sage Cantor, and this is Susie Oken. And with over 25 years in the real estate market in South Florida, we are here to help you make the right move. Tonight, we are honored to be a part of Sinai's Light Up the Night silent auction. And with our silent auction item, this buys you 1% of our commission at closing.
So if you're planning on buying or selling your home within the next 2 years, this is a great way to save up to $5,000. Make sure you bid. Bye.
Bid. Have a great time.
It's that easy, folks. Up to $5,000, and right now the bid at $250. So please pull up that item. It is auction lot 114. If you want to bid on it, if you want to buy it for $250, it's 1% back. You heard the details there. Please bid on that item. I will also tell you that during this part of the program, we're going to announce another door prize winner. All you have to do is register to be eligible for one of these prizes, and that person randomly selected is Michael Goldberg. How about a round of applause for Michael? All right. We got it there. So Michael, the bell rang. Perfect, Lenny. Thank you for that. So again, all you have to do to win this prize is be registered. If you're watching, you're registered. So you're good to go there. Now, during these last few minutes of the silent auction, here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to have you sit back and relax and finish bidding and listen one last time to help remind you what you're bidding for. Not the auction items, but what you're supporting here at Temple Sinai.
What lights me up about Sinai is that they're very welcoming and feels like home, and I love all the staff and clergy there.
What I love about Sinai is they're always there for us when we need them. Great times, bad times, bar mitzvahs, funerals, weddings. Sinai's been there for all of us, and we love Rabbi Litwack, Rabbi David, Cantor Norman, and everyone there.
All my teachers.
And all of Theo's teachers.
And coach.
I'm coach.
The reason I like Sinai is because I love the Sunday school.
I had a great bar mitzvah at Sinai. Good memory.
The reason I like Sinai is Rabbi David is really fun, and I like Sunday school.
In my 27th
All right, folks, I will tell you that you hear those messages about what lights you up, and we do want to reinforce this is what this night is about. Continuing to help this synagogue thrive, continue to help light you all up. Now, there's some great silent auction items that I want to make sure I bring your attention to. The Jason Rindler barbecue, right, folks? I almost wish the bidding device was a scratch and sniff, right? If you got a chance to smell what Jason Rindler's barbecue is like and certainly taste it, it is ready for you as well. So please bid on Jason Rindler's barbecue. It is going to be a feast fit for a king, and he's going to take care of you with that package. We've also got a Lehman $500 rental car credit. $500 good towards the rental car of your choice. So you want to be decked out in the finest rental car that they've got, you can do that, a $500 credit towards that silent auction item. These are all silent auction items, so you got to bid quick. As I mentioned, the latency, the words that are coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home at a different time. So please, if you want to bid, now's the time. I'm waiting to get a signal here in the sanctuary, in the studio. I continue to watch stuff on my phone, these items on my phone, so I can make sure I promote them as needed as well. We've got the Toma Design Group, the architect consultation. 5 hours of consultation there. Folks, the bid on that right now is at, let me see if I get this here. The current bid's only $350, so come on. You want one of the finest architects in our community to give you those 5 hours. Right now it's just $350. And we've also got tickets to go see Hamilton. Understand that Hamilton is planning on coming to the Broward Center, but understand also that when it comes, you're going to have 2 of the best seats in the house. So it is currently scheduled. If that date gets moved for any reason, you're still going to get the tickets to go see Hamilton, right? So awesome silent auction items. We talked about Sage and Susie's offering up to $5,000 back at closing if they sell or help you buy a home or any other property. We also talked about the Jason Rindler barbecue. That is something that throughout the synagogue is talked about on a regular basis, right? So we're waiting to see when the auction is closed. And when the auction closes out, you will get a chance to know if you won those items. The live auction, which starts in a little while, those items are available. The tab that says live auction. If you tap on that, you'll be able to see those items. But while many of you have been bidding on those items for the past few days, you're going to get a chance to start bidding on them again once we bring each one of them up. So we are at the point now where I'm waiting to see exactly when our auction is closed. I know we talked about the fact that our Amex gift card opportunity drawing, it was a last chance to get in on that as well. So we're waiting to see how many of those. The video didn't make it. So we want to play the What Lights Up Your Life video? Which video? Okay, so let's do that. I'm certainly up with that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to extend the silent auction for a few more minutes because during this time, we're going to replay that video. I think the one that didn't get a chance to finish is the one that reminds you about what lights you up here at Temple Sinai.
What lights me up about Sinai is that they're very welcoming and feels like home, and I love all of the staff and clergy there.
What I love about Sinai is they're always there for us when we need them.
What lights me up about Sinai is that they're very welcoming and feels like home, and I love all of the staff and clergy there.
What I love about Sinai is they're always there for us when we need them. Great times, bad times, bar mitzvahs, funerals, weddings. Sinai's been there for all of us, and we love Rabbi Litwack, Rabbi David, Cantor Norman, and everyone there.
All my teachers.
And all of Theo's teachers.
And coach.
And coach.
The reason I like Sinai is because I love the Sunday school.
I had a great bar mitzvah at Sinai. It's good memories.
The reason I like Sinai is because Rabbi David is really fun and I like Sunday school.
In my 27th year teaching at Temple Sinai, it's the Munchkins who I teach who light me up. Our nature-rich environment, including a butterfly garden, as well as an organic fruit, vegetable, and herb garden, add to that light each and every day on campus. The peacefulness of our surroundings and the lush foliage create wonderful learning opportunities for our students, no matter what their age.
What lights me up is the possibility that Temple Sinai was, always will be a place that I can continue to explore all the components that make me part of my lineage, my family, and our heritage. And I'm very grateful for that.
What lights us up about Temple Sinai? There are so many things we can think of, but a highlight for me in particular is the Martin Luther King Shabbat. It reminds us of how grateful we are as a Jewish people and all the things that we have overcome. What about you?
I think for me also it's about coming together for the holidays, whether it's Hanukkah, Simchat Torah, and knowing that we're part of something bigger than ourselves as the Jewish people, and to continue to be able to enjoy these traditions for years to come.
All right, so there you got to hear it, right? One last time about what lights our congregants up here on tonight's Light Up the Night virtual fundraiser for Temple Sinai. Now, we mentioned a while back that there were about 7 minutes left in the silent auction. That was also the last call to buy your opportunity drawing tickets, a $1,000 Amex gift card on the line. If you haven't bought your way into that yet, now's the time to do so. It's a great chance to hopefully win $1,000. We're going to pick one person at the end of the program tonight from all the people who buy into that. You buy into that by going to the button that says raffle, buy your way in. The silent auction will close momentarily. We talked about all the great items that were in the silent auction. I'm waiting for the signal here of exactly when it is closed. And when it is closed, we will move on to the next part of the program. But understand that this silent auction is filled with great items. We want you to get your finger on those buttons. We want you to also know that although our Bid from the Heart part of the program is coming up in a little while, at any point throughout the program that you feel so compelled, and we've got this screen here that's showing me that people have been compelled throughout the program to donate. You can donate at any time. Understand that there's a button. We try to make it as easy as possible for you. There's a button there that says donate. All you have to do is click on that button. You'll be given the options, and there certainly is an option as well to say other and donate at any level that you want. So I think I just got the signal. The silent auction is now closed. So if you want an auction item in the silent auction, you will be texted information saying, congratulations, you just won. This was also the last call, as I mentioned, for your opportunity drawing tickets. So no more of those Amex gift card opportunity drawing tickets are available. We will pick that winner coming up later on in the program. So with that said, we'll move on to the next part of our program, and it is the live auction. And the live auction is much like the silent auction. The only difference is, unlike the silent auction that we all closed out at one time, during the live auction, we're going to talk about each item one by one. As I talk about that item, I will be able to look at my screens down here in front of me. I will be able to see who my top bidder is. I will be able to see who my underbidders are. I will encourage people to bid back and forth against each other. We will then put a 30-second counter on your bidding device. So I will tell you again that if you're watching us in the full screen viewing mode, please minimize your video player so that you can see all the bidding options on the screen around you. You are going to see a 30-second counter pop up on the screen that you're bidding from. I will not be the one who closes the live auction items. It will all be done by that counter that you will see on your phone momentarily. So with that, if you're ready, I know Susan's ready, I know Lenny's ready, I know Carol back there is ready. Let's go ahead and go to our first live auction lot. Now, this first live auction lot, I know Rabbi so wished he could be here with us tonight, but he has said, you know what? I'm going to put up two great live auction items, and this is the first one. This is the Name the Rabbi's Sermon. You heard me right. You get to name the rabbi's sermon. The topic can be whatever you want. If you would like it to be on the Marvel Comics, he'll find a way to do that. If you want it to be on the Florida Marlins, it will be that. The Miami Marlins, excuse me, I'm a few years behind there. If you want it to be on the cost of tea in China, he will find a way to make it about that. You choose the topic, he will get it in there. It can be Judaica, it can be non-Judaica, it can be sports, it can be pop culture. It can be something that happened in the year 2035. He'll have to make that up. You want to make it difficult for him? Let's see if you can do that. So we started the bid on this at just $100. Understand that you're going to work very closely with the rabbi to share the topic with him, and then ultimately, he is going to deliver the sermon and certainly make sure that you have a part in hearing, understanding, and being there for it. So we open up the bid at $100. We got an opening bid of $100. We need a $200 bid on this item. A $200 bid will keep this going. Understand that once again, the words coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home at very different times. So as I ask for different donation amounts, I'm looking at the screen in front of me, and I'm hearing it, I'm seeing if other people want to bid on this item. All bidding is done from the device you've been bidding from. So I'm looking at it here, and what does it say right underneath, or I guess it's right above the picture of Rabbi? It says, submit my bid. It even does it there for you. So you can put the next bidder amount, which is $200, or you can put a max bid if you so choose. So if you want to be naming the subject of Rabbi's sermon, now's the time to put that bid in. We're watching the screen here, and I got that $100 bid to get us started. Understand that if we have two bids, it's an auction. If we have one bid, it's a sale. We're not here to have sales here tonight, right? So let's see if we can get a second bid on this one time. I need somebody to go $200. Is there a $200 bidder out there? Anybody want to go one time? Who's going to go? Anybody want in? Who's going to go one time? Anybody want in at $200? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put that 30-second counter on the clock, which means that on your device, you too are going to see a 30-second countdown. If you're waiting for the last second to bid on this item, I respectfully ask you not to wait too long, because you don't want to trust your Wi-Fi, you don't want to trust your cell phone signal. You want to put in that bid now. A $200 bid, if you want to do something for someone's birthday or anniversary, if you want to do something for the birth of a new child, you give Rabbi the topic, he will deliver it for you. So we have a $100 bid to get us started. We need somebody to go $200. Is there a $200 bidder out there? Anywhere. I'm watching my screen down here. I'm watching to see, ultimately, you're going to get a chance to put the details together. It's a unique auction package, not like any other that has ever been offered at this synagogue before. We're going to see if there's another bidder. There is not. What we're going to do is we're going to close that out with a winning bid of $100. We are sold. Thank you from Temple Sinai. Bring that bell too. I need the bell. Every time the bell. All right, the bell's ringing as well. Let's move on. Lenny Feldman wins that one. Let's move on to the next live auction lot. This live auction lot is a getaway, a vacation. Now, you can drive to this vacation, or if you so choose, you can fly. For those of you who are worried, you know what, I'm not quite sure I'm ready to travel, no problem. You've got 2 full years to use this trip. It is 8 days, 7 nights in a minimum of a 4-star, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. There are properties all over the world. Now you're thinking to yourself, Jason, that's a little bit vague, all over the world. How about some examples? Well, I'll give you some examples. You take the list, look at the list we're going to put up now, and how about Breckenridge and Hilton Head, Lake Tahoe, Myrtle Beach, Orlando? You want to go right up the street to Palm Beach and have a gorgeous vacation there? You can do that at Marriott's Ocean Point. Vail, Colorado, Williamsburg, Virginia. Those are in the lower 48 alone. We then have the opportunity to go to Hawaii. You want to stay for 8 days, 7 nights in Kauai or Maui or Oahu, all those properties available to you. Most of the properties available through this service. Through this service, the interval service, are at minimum of 4 stars or above. But it's not just Hawaii. If you want to go into the Caribbean, you can go to Aruba or St. Kitts. Or if you want to go to the coast of Spain, you can do that as well. So understand, you can go international. You can stay here in the lower 48. You can go to Hawaii. Your choice of where you want to travel to. The retail value of this sometimes gets up to $4,000 and $4,500. It all depends on where you go, how long, what time of year you go, how close to the date that you book your stay. We have an opening bid of $1,000 on this one. $1,000 right now for 8 days and 7 nights in a 4-star property, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. We're looking for 2 couples. If 2 couples want to go together, right now the next bid increment would be $1,500. I'm looking for $750 a couple to choose your destination. Travel anywhere you want in the world that Interval offers, hundreds of different destinations. We have a $1,000 bid to get us started. Is there a $1,500 bidder out there? Is there anybody at $1,500 who wants to go on this excursion, on this vacation? 8 days, 7 nights, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Get those fingers on those buttons and bid now. Get a $1,500 bid in one time. Interval Vacations is where we're sending you. 2 bedrooms and 2 baths all over the world. You want to go to the mountains, you can do that. If you want to go to the ocean, you can do that. If you want to go across the pond, so to speak, you can do that. Anywhere in the world, folks, we have a $1,000 bid. We're going to go ahead and put a 30-second counter on this one. We're going to have our friends from Qtego do that. Understand that all bidding is done through your bidding device, whether you're bidding from your phone or your laptop or your tablet or your smart TV. Now's the time to get that $1,500 bid ready to go. We're looking for $1,500 for 8 days and 7 nights. Folks, $1,500 for 7 nights, it's about $225 a night. That's for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-star or better accommodations. You pick the location where you want to go. So we're going to see who ends up on that interval vacation. It doesn't expire for 2 years. So you'll have into 2022, the end of 2022, to take this trip. We're going to see who has the opportunity to do this. Who is going to jet set away. So here's what we're going to do. We do have a winning bid. Our winning bid is at $1,000 by Maria Wolf. We are sold. Thank you from Temple Sinai. All right. There we go. Congratulations, Maria. We will move on to our next live auction lot. This one is as unique a package as you will find in any charity fundraiser you ever go to. And you're taking this from a guy who has done probably 500 or 600 of these over the past decade. Here's what I will tell you, is we're going to give you the opportunity to be a named character in a future novel by Rochelle Weinstein. And what Rochelle has done is she has put together this package along with her co-author friend Lisa Barr, her fellow author. And let me tell you how this works. It's really two separate packages that have been put together in one. The first part of this is you are going to be a named character in a future book that Rochelle writes. Understand that she's a USA Today and Amazon best-selling author. I don't have to tell you all who know her and love her so much here in this congregation about her accolades, but you're going to be a named character in one of her next books. It can be your name. It can be a name that you gift to someone else to put in the book, but you will work with Rochelle to make sure that name is appropriate and it will go in one of her future books. It will be immortalized forever and ever in one of her next books. But it's much more than that. It is also your opportunity to have Rochelle and her fellow author, Lisa Barr, join a book club meeting that you host. Understand that if you don't have a book club already, okay, you just form one. You make one for this opportunity, where those of you who maybe will read one of Rochelle's books will get an opportunity to talk with the author, to have Rochelle and Lisa join your book club. Also understand that you will get 5 autographed copies of Rochelle and Lisa's books as well to give to those in your newfound book club. So you will also be able to talk about potentially what book your name will go in during your book club and maybe poke around at that a little bit as well. So it is as unique as it comes. Your name will be in a Rochelle Weinstein book forever and ever. We opened up the bid on this at just set at $500. Our next bid that we're looking for is $750. Is there a $750 bid out there one time who wants to get some of these auction items going? We have an opening bid from Robin Leader Landau. That was a $500 bid to get us started. We need somebody at $750 to make this an experience like none other. There are auctions that we have heard of and seen that have something similar, but never to this extent, that go for thousands of dollars. And now we're looking for someone who's going to get in at $750. $750 to have your name in a Rochelle Weinstein book, to have her join your book club along with her fellow author, Lisa Barr, and then the autographed copies of the book. So we have a $500 bid. Is there a $750 bidder out there anywhere? Is there a $750 bid to get this going? We've got to get 2 bids to have an auction, right? Robin Leader could get the steal of the auction to this point. She's got an opening bid of $500. Who's going to go $750? Here's what I'll do. If there's those of you who are out there who are waiting for the last few seconds of this auction lot, now is about to be the last few seconds. Because we are going to put, I want to make sure we're doing this right, we're going to put that 30-second counter on the clock right now. And understand that it's not me who closes this auction item. It is the Qtego bidding platform. So as you all bid on this item, as you all want to walk away and say, listen, my name is going to be in a book. If not your name, maybe the name of one of your grandchildren. What a great graduation present to give. What if there's an opportunity to gift this for a birthday? What if you give it as a baby naming gift? What a perfect gift to give at a baby naming ceremony. So these are the types of things. We do auctions all over the place where you can bid on things that you can go out anywhere and buy. But you cannot buy this sort of thing anywhere except for an event like this. And Rochelle has come together and put this package together to help support the cause, to help raise money for Temple Sinai. And that's what we're doing during this auction. So ultimately, we're going to continue to watch our screens here, and we're ultimately going to see who wins these items. And I will tell you that we do have a winner on this item. With a bid of $500, we are going to sell that to Robin Leader Landau. We are sold, thank you, from Temple Sinai. All right, let's continue to move on. Our next live auction lot. This one is one, especially the folks who have kids at Gone Sinai, you know the braces are coming. So many of you kind of know and expect it and try to budget for it. But what if we give you the opportunity here to set yourself up with orthodontics? These orthodontics don't come from anyone. They just come from one of our favorite congregants, Dr. Margot Brilliant, and her partner, Dr. Jeff Rothenberg. Many of you are patients already there, but now you're going to have a chance to have full braces, right? But it's not just a little thing here, a little thing there. They put together a great video for you. It starts with falling balloons, so you know it's going to be a lot of fun. And this is going to tell you and show you exactly what you are going to get as part of this auction package. So let's go ahead and take a look at the video so that you can see exactly what you're going to be getting. You look up on the screen there and you see it in text, but I want to show you the video. Now's the time to play the video so that we can see this great video that they put together. And there you see the balloons falling, but please understand that there we have the great picture of Dr. Brilliant and Dr. Rothenberg, and then throughout this video, you're going to see little cartoon caricatures. There's Dr. Brilliant poking around her head around the corner there, talking about the orthodontic consultation. That's what this package starts with, of course, right? The diagnostic records, those are all included. Every time you ask, I wonder if that's included in this package, I'm going to tell you it is. There's Dr. Brilliant again saying, check this out, right? She's got that up on the screen. The bonded brackets are even available as part of this package. And folks, if you want a mic drop to finish the program, you're about to get it right here because it includes the retentive appliances and the mic drop right there. And then look at the beautiful smile. Look at the perfect teeth that come after you've had your braces through Dr. Rothenberg and Dr. Brilliant. So we've opened up the package on this at $1,000. That in itself is a steal. These are for families who understand, have already put braces on some of their kids and have other ones coming along. You're going to have that included now when you win this auction package. So I'll read it off again exactly what you're going to get. It's the bonded brackets. It's the orthodontic screenings. It's the diagnostic records. It is, I'll read it a little bit more here. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. The orthodontic consultations, the comprehensive treatment, the retentive appliances. Folks, there's no limits to the extent of the treatment, which means that it is all in. Every time you ask, is it included? The answer is going to be yes. It never expires. So if you've got a kid who's too young to have braces, you think they're coming, you get this now and you can do that. There are also no age limits. It's not just for kids. Anyone who wants to bid and win this can then become a patient of Dr. Brilliance and Dr. Rothenberg. So we opened up the bid on this at $1,000. I want to see who wants to get in. Our next bid we're going to ask for is... Are these $500 increments, Jamie? Yeah, we got $500. So we got a $1,000 bid. I need somebody to get in at $1,500. Am I correct, Lenny? Did we hear that this is a retail about $5,000 or $3,000? $5,000 is the so-called retail value on this. If you can even put a retail value on something like this, because listen, the care that you get is amazing. And it's coming from a congregate, and it's supporting Temple Sinai. So a $5,000 so-called retail value. We have a $1,000 bid currently. I need somebody to come in at $1,500. Is there a $1,500 bid out there somewhere? Anybody want to go? Is there anybody at $1,500 who wants to put a bid in? Understand that all bidding is done through your phones, through your tablets, through your laptops, however you're watching this program tonight. I'm looking at my screen right here and it says submit my bid, and right next to there's a big rectangle, and on that rectangle is where you put your bid. Put your dollar amount in there, hit your submit bid. I need a $1,500 bid to keep this one going. We're currently at $1,000 for that comprehensive orthodontic treatment, of course, coming from Dr. Brilliant and Dr. Rothenberg. Folks, what we're going to do is we're going to put that counter on the clock right now. So that 30-second counter goes on the clock. Understand, I'll say it again over and over, it's not about the words that are coming out of my mouth. So please don't get fooled by the fact that you heard me say something at this point. From this point forward, everything is done on your bidding device. I see the counter on my bidding device, you'll see it on yours. And when we know that this item is closed, we'll be able to look down and see who our winning bidder is and announce that winning bidder and celebrate that winning bidder. So we're going to see who wants to come back and forth. I can also tell you that at any point on your device, all you have to do is look down and you'll see who our top bidder is and what the top bid amount is at. So we're going to see and celebrate our winning bidder of this auction item, because it did close, and what they call right under the gun, right under the radar, at the last second, we got a bid of $1,500 for Rachel Bronstein. We are sold, thank you, from Temple Sinai. Give me some bells, hoot and holler, something out there. We just raised $1,500. Thank you. Oh, I take that back. Hold on. Was that a fake bingo? That's our new winning bidder. I'm sorry, folks. Here's what we're going to do. I stand correct, right? I didn't let the latency catch up on my own, so here's what we have. We have a $2,000 winning bid. Rachel, I apologize, but understand that I can only go based on what the computer tells me here, and the computer screen is saying that our winning bid, now we'll get the bell ready to go, right? Because we're going to announce it now. Our winning bid at $2,000 goes to Deborah Frankel. We are sold, thank you, from Temple Sinai. A $2,000 winning bid. Congratulations, and thank you from Temple Sinai. All right. Live auction item number 5. Live auction item number 5 is one that, listen, everyone who goes to the synagogue knows it, they love it, they're ready to bid on it, and they've been bidding on it for more than 24 hours. And the bidding has already gotten hot and heavy, so to speak. This is Rabbi Litwack and what he has agreed to do, another auction package. And you look at that great picture that he's put up there. It's Rabbi with the Torah. It's Rabbi with a spatula. And he is going to do a dinner for 6. And it's not just any dinner. It is a gourmet, multi-course, wine-paired dinner for 6, prepared at his home. He will invite you over. You can decide exactly how you want to handle this, whether it be a COVID time or non-COVID time. Make sure you're socially distant, but it is going to be the perfect night. The custom menu and fine wine. And while Rabbi can't be here tonight, he has already told me that the higher the bid, the finer the wine that he's willing to pull out. So we opened up the bid on this at $750. That's where Darren Friedman got in. Robin Leader Landau got in at $1,000. Then Darren came back and Robin got back. So right now, it's like a heavyweight boxing match. 1, 2, 1, 2. They're going back and forth. We're going to watch the screen here and we're going to see who else is going to get in. Because right now, it's just Darren and Robin going back and forth at this. We opened up the bid at, I actually think we opened it up at $500. I want to make sure I get that one right. Oh no, we opened it up at $250, didn't we? So was there somebody else at $250 or was $250 Robin? Just the two of them are going back and forth. Right, so Robin and Darren, since $250, have been going back and forth. Robin and Darren and Darren and Robin and Robin and Darren. It is now up to $1,250. I will tell you that Rabbi, as much as we know that he wants to be watching tonight, and for all we know he is, he knows that the wine gets finer the higher the bid goes. The food arguably gets better the higher the bid goes. He will work with you to put together a custom menu so it is something that you want and you need. I will tell you as we get ready to put that counter on this clock to see if it's going to be Robin or Darren or someone else, I will tell you that don't trust your Wi-Fi, don't trust your cell phone signal. Get those bids in now. So I'm looking here at the bidding device that I'm working with. The minimum bid increments are $250, which means that the next bid has to be $1,500. If this is a dinner for 6, understand what we're doing here. It's $250 a person, not only to have what many will call the night of the year, the dinner of the year, but it is also your opportunity to support Temple Sinai and do it with an opportunity like this. So is there a $1,500 bidder out there before we move on? Darren, I'm looking at you. I'm looking to see if you want to come back one more time. You were in at $1,000. Will you come back one time at $1,500? Robin and Darren and Darren and Robin. So here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and put that 30-second counter on the clock. And during this time, understand that we're going to see who ends up winning this dinner. We're going to tell you that year after year, when Rabbi offers this type of dinner at auctions just like this, it is oftentimes the highest bid on item in our auction. So we're going to see who's going to get this dinner. Because it's not only the experience with Rabbi, it's the experience of the food that he will prepare. So many people know that he himself is a wine connoisseur. And he will make sure that the wine is perfectly paired with you in mind. The food, the wine, it will be a night to remember. And for those of you who have taken this dinner before, had this dinner before, you know what it's like. And you know that it's not only worth the money, the funds that we're raising here for Temple Sinai, but I will tell you that it is also a great dinner for you and your guests and your friends. Understand that if 3 couples go on this together, it's for 6 people. We're looking for someone who wants to get in at that. So is this our winning bidder right here? We confirmed? We do have a winning bid of $1,250. Our winner is Robin Leader Landau. We are sold, thank you, from Temple Sinai. All right. So I will tell you, as much fun as the live auction was, we do have another part of the program that we go to now. It's called the Bid from the Heart. And in the Bid from the Heart, you're not going to get a dinner with Rabbi. You're not going to get, let's say, a vacation. You're not going to get braces. You're going to get the feeling of knowing that you gave from the bottom of your heart directly to this mission. But I will tell you that it's not for me to tell you about our mission. If we can go ahead and go to that next picture next to me that just says Bid from the Heart to get people ready, to get them to understand this part of the program we're about to go into. Because during the Bid from the Heart, as I mentioned, you're not going to get an auction prize. There have been people who have already donated to the Bid from the Heart. That's that button on your phone that says donate. I'm going to ask you to get ready to hit that button in a moment when it's time to give in the Bid from the Heart. But to remind you all what Temple Sinai is. Throughout the program, we've heard what lights me up about Temple Sinai. But this is a great opportunity to listen in to this great song that has been remade with words specifically for Temple Sinai. The original was done by Peter, Paul, and Mary, but Cantor Norman said, listen, we're going to put this together just for Temple Sinai, just for this event, which is Light Up the Night. This song is called Light One Candle.
Light one candle for the Sinai children. The things that our future is bright.
Light one candle for our youth and for safety.
That lead and stand for what is right.
Light one candle for our beloved partners.
Whose love and support help us strive.
Light one candle for our Sinai Mishpacha.
Whose families would murder in life.
Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for 64 years. Don't let the light go out. Temple Sinai, our home is so dear. Don't let the light go out. It lasted for 64 years. Don't let the light go out. Temple Sinai, our home is so dear.
Light one candle for the strength that we need to always know what we stand for.
Light one candle for traditions and values.
Our legacy lay Light one candle for all we believe in.
Community tikkun olam.
And light one candle hold us together with peace as the song in our hearts.
Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for 64 years. Don't let the light go out. Temple Sinai, our home is so dear. Don't let the light go out. It lasted for 64 years. Don't let the light go out. Temple Sinai, our home is so dear.
What is the memory that's valued so highly?
And we keep it alive in that flame.
What's our commitment to those who have built?
That will make sure its strength still remains.
We have come this far, always believing
To nurture fuller Jewish life.
this is our mission, this is our promise that our youth will have alive. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for 64 years. Don't let the light go out. Temple Sinai, our home is so dear. Don't let the light go out. It lasted for 64 years. Don't let the light go out. Temple Sinai, our home is so dear. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out.
We want to thank everyone for all their hard work, dedication, and commitment that went into tonight's celebration of lights. Tonight is just one of so many events that we have shared with our Temple Sinai community.
Did you confirm
for
how much
so
that
many
is?
years, even though this year, sadly, we have to do so virtually.
We joined Temple Sinai as newlyweds some 43 years ago. While we had no idea where our lives would take us, we knew that we wanted to become an active part of a vital Jewish community. Since that time, Temple Sinai has played a major role in our family's lives. Our children, Jenna and Noah, were named at Temple Sinai. They were consecrated on our bima and later became B'nai Mitzvah and confirmands. Our daughter Jenna was married by Rabbi Litwack and Rabbi Kingsley. Our son Noah graduated from Temple Sinai Academy.
My parents of blessed memory celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary at Temple Sinai. And sadly, here is where we held their funerals, and just recently the funeral for Karen's mom.
Our family has continued to grow over the years. We now have a son-in-law, Corey Schulman, and two adorable grandsons, Micah and Brett. 2 years ago, we welcomed Noah's wife, Michelle, into our family.
And over these years, we have spent countless hours in service to Temple Sinai and have supported it in good times and in bad. But no matter how much we have given to Temple Sinai, the rewards we have reaped have been tenfold. We've been asked so many times by so many people why we are so committed to Temple Sinai. The simple answer is that we are Jewish, and we need to do Jewish. Part of that means that we have an obligation to ensure the survival of Judaism. We believe with all our hearts that it's the synagogue that keeps us together as a faith. It's the synagogue that guarantees the survival of Jews and Judaism in North America, in Israel, and throughout the world.
Temple Sinai has always been here for us. We hope all of you will join us tonight in making a gift from your heart to ensure its good health and prosperity for many years to come.
Our hope is that our Temple Sinai community continues to prosper in the years to come, and that tonight's celebration will be only one of many more milestones that we can share together in 2021 and the years ahead.
On behalf of the entire Leopold family, we wish you and your families a happy and healthy Hanukkah.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach to you as well. Folks, understand that they put it so perfectly, so beautifully. Norman and Karen expressed the importance of this synagogue, expressed the importance of fundraising for this synagogue, so that this synagogue continues to thrive in this community. The way the bid from the heart works is very simple. I'm going to call out some dollar amounts. As I call out those dollar amounts, there are buttons located right on the device you've been bidding from all evening long and donating from. I've been telling you throughout the program that you can donate at any time, and people have been donating, and we're going to acknowledge and thank as many of them as we can coming up in just a moment. If you're watching us on that full screen, please minimize your video player so you can see the donate buttons all around the video player, and you can donate at that point. So many of you grew up at this synagogue. You came through the doors of the early childhood program in support of that program. Let me explain to you a very special offer we have before we go into the bid from the heart. And remember, the bid from the heart is just going to be me asking for donations and you making that contribution. We have a special $8,000 matching grant for any current or recent Gan Sinai family, parents or grandparents. Through the generosity of the Sam Berman Charitable Foundation and the Barnett Family Foundation, your donation will be matched dollar for dollar. So we're going to do our best to track this here in the sanctuary, our studio, so we can announce how many of your dollars are matched. But please understand, if you are a current or recent Gan Sinai family, that donation will be doubled because of this very generous matching grant, courtesy of the Sam Berman Charitable Foundation and the Barnett Family Foundation. So keep that in mind as you're donating here. As I mentioned, the way it's going to work is I'm going to call out some dollar amounts. As I call out those dollar amounts, please hit those buttons on your phone, on your bidding device. We will see them here, and we'll be able to acknowledge you and thank you for your donation. Our first ask this evening, as we try to reach our goal of $20,000 in the bid from the heart, is for a $5,000 gift. Is there a $5,000 donor out there who's willing to make what some would consider a leadership gift, a legacy gift? Who will start us off with a $5,000 donation in the bid from the heart? This is where we should see the heart up on the screen because I've asked for the $5,000 donation. These donations have come in throughout the program, $6,374. But oh, look at that. That just jumped up to $11,374, which means we got a $5,000 donation. $5,000 donation. My goodness gracious. Ann Landau and Ira Zweifler, thank you so much to Ann and Ira for kicking this off at $5,000. The question now is, who will follow their lead? There are a lot of events that you might go to that the people who give large gifts like that stand up and say, I'll only give my $5,000 if I get somebody to join me, or if I can get 5 people at $1,000. That's not what Ann and Ira did. Ann and Ira said, we want to give $5,000 because we believe in this synagogue. Who will follow them? Who will follow their lead at the $5,000 level? We're going to keep watching the screen down here, and folks, we set a $20,000 goal. We're already at $11,374. We're going to acknowledge some of the other donations that have come in throughout the program, but I want to see, are there any other donations at $5,000 that will follow Ann and Ira? We're going to keep watching that screen and see as it grows. The next level we'll call is the $2,500 donation level. Are there other donors at $2,500 who will support Temple Sinai? Understand that at $2,500, you'll help fund security for a month at the synagogue. Think about how much of an impact that will make. At the $2,500, or we certainly understand there are people who want to give that high, want to give that $1,800 level. So we put the buttons there for $1,800 and for $2,500. Your choice. So if we can go to the other screen, Jamie, so I can see some of those other donations that have come in, because I know we had some $1,800 donations. And if you could make the screen a little bit bigger for me, perfect there. So we had two of them, and I want to be, there we go. We have two donations. Karen, I want to make sure that I get them both in there because they gave such great. Karen and Norman Leopold gave $1,800. How about that, right? The Leopold, thank you. They mentioned it in their comments a moment ago, and they gave. And also, Suzanne Summers has given $1,800. How about a round of applause for Suzanne Summers as well? So we're at $14,754. Are there other donors at $2,500? Henry Hirsch is in at $2,500. We'll take that. Henry, thank you so much for your $2,500 gift. So we have two at $1,800. We have Henry's gift at $2,500. We had Ann and Ira at $5,000 combined. Who else at $1,800 and above? We've been calling out these donation levels, and understand we're going to keep working our way down. When I call out your level, any donation that I call or above, we will announce and acknowledge. Anyone else at $1,800, $2,500, $5,000 before we move on? How about we move on to the next level, which is $1,000. At the $1,000 level, you'll do a few different things. Number one, you'll help pay the water bill here at Temple Sinai, and that certainly is impactful. We got a what? Right, a 1 month water bill. You can correct me, I got that right? But also understand that your accountant will thank me because it's a nice round even number, $1,000. Who's ready to make that contribution here this evening? Who's willing to help us get to that $20,000 goal? We get 5 people at $1,000, we will be almost there. We're going to keep watching the screen down here and see who else wants to donate, see who else wants to give at the $1,000 level. Anyone at $1,000? We know that the latency that we talk about, the fact that the words coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home at different times, but we will be able to celebrate some of these donations. We're going to keep refreshing our screen. We did get one right there. Stephanie and Henry Hirsch at $1,000. How about that, right? Congratulations. So we'll need to confirm that right there because I know Henry had given the $2,500 also. So Henry, thank you so much for your donations here this evening. Anyone else at $1,000? We're at $15,754. We're looking to get above that $16,000 mark. We'll go down to the $500 level. Understand that if we get 9 people at $500, we're going to get over $20,000. Who's in at $500 for Temple Sinai? I see $15,754. Is that going to get above $16,000? Am I going to see that number jump so that we can celebrate our next $500 donation that comes in? We did just get one right there. I like it. We're at $16,254. We're going to watch this screen refresh here so that I can acknowledge that $500 donation that just came in. It's coming, folks. I know we see it on the screen here, but I don't see it here in the studio. There it is. Rabbi Litwack, Rabbi Deborah Litwack at $500. How about that? Thank you, Rabbi. Yeah, Susan, you better go grab the bell. We need someone on the bell. It really brings that energy. There it is. Perfect. So there's our $500 donation. The Rabbi and Deborah have done just that. Who else at $500? I keep watching here because those buttons are on my phone as well. I can watch what you all are seeing there. Who else is going to donate $500 to get us to $16,754? I'll do the math for you. That's what another $500 donation will do. We see the names there up on the screen. I'm going to step a little bit closer here. I know I might go out of focus or out of the camera, but I want to acknowledge some of these donors. So to Helene, thank you. To Alan Lieberman, thank you. To Karen Leopold, we acknowledged you a moment ago. Thank you so much. For Eva Liebovic, thank you. Anyone else at 500? And Jamie, you know what? Yeah, let's go back to that other screen there so I can see there. Sort by some of those $500 donors. So I think we got at least one other, right? Susan Rarinch, thank you so much for your $500. You can ring the bell too. I know you don't want to do it on your. Jamie, grab that bell from her, please. Grab that bell from her. Right, thank you so much. Susan didn't want to bring it herself, but Susan, certainly thank you so much for what you have done. And Dale Friedman, thank you so much. A $500 donation there by Dale as well. So we are at $16,254. We'll keep working our way down. When I call out the number that you want to contribute, that you want to donate, please hit that donation button. The button says donate, and once you hit donate, it's going to pull up 8 different numbers. Any donation you can give. So Bob Sugarman is a $500 donor. How about that? Bob got us to $16,754. And now let's go back to the other screen, and I'll call out some of the $250 donations that have come in already. So Jamie, take me to the other screen so I can see the other screen, please. That one right there, and sort by the dollar amount. I know some came in at $250. Oh, there they are. There's only one at $250. I need to see the first name as well. Can you move it over for me a little bit there? So is it Clow, Sue Clow, is that correct? Sue Clow is a $250 donation. We'll give Sue a round of applause. Congratulations, Sue. Thank you. Anyone else at the $250 level? We're over $17,000. So if we go back to the MC screen right there, Darren Friedman, our president, is a $250 donor. Thank you to Darren. We're over $17,000. Folks, we want to get to $20,000. Who's going to help us get there? So now the levels I've called are 5,000 and 2,500 and 1,800 and 1,000. I called for 500. I called for 250. And I know so many people want to give at this $180 level. That's the level that's comfortable for so many people. So now's the time, Jamie, back to the other screen, please. I'm going to call out donors at $1,800. We're going to make sure we acknowledge as many of the donors as we can that have come through so far. So Helene Gordon gave $180. Eva Leibovic gave $180. Stan Green gave $180. How about a round of applause for all 3 of them? Thank you. At the $180 level. We're at $17,254. So let's go ahead and go back to the MC screen, and I'll watch that one and see if any other donations come in. Sage Cantor is a $250 donor. Sage, thank you so much. That's right. We got to hoot and holler and go crazy. We're at $17,254. Our last donors were Rabbi Allen and Deborah Litwack, Bob Sugarman and Darren Friedman and Sage Cantor. Who else can place those donations? You look at the screen right here, and we watch them come in. Marilyn, you can help me with this one, Susan? Bomb Oil? Marilyn Bomb Oil is in for $180. Round of applause for Marilyn. Thank you so much. Marilyn is in for $180. Who else at that $180 level? We keep watching the screen right here and watching it tick closer to $18,000 in the bid from the heart. We raised some great money in the silent auction and the live auction, but this is the part of the program where we're just asking you to donate, asking you to make that contribution, asking you to help us raise the funds. There it is, Cantor Norman at $180. Cantor, thank you so much. By the way, he's through that door right there. You can't see him right now, but Cantor, thank you so much for your donation. Who else at the $180 level? 2 more of those, and we get right on the cusp of $18,000. The next level we're going to call is the $100 level. Now, before you start putting in your $100 donations, I want to tell you all about a little game we're going to play at the $100 level. At the $100 level, as much as I've said during the bid from the heart, you don't get anything except the feeling of knowing that you gave from the bottom of your heart. At the $100 level, we do have one prize. And here's how it's going to work. We are going to give a prize to the person at $100. The prize is this. It is a private concert performed by none other than Cantor Norman. He's going to entertain a group of 10 outside, social distancing, or you can wait for post-COVID and you can do it indoors. You're going to choose for this private concert traditional Jewish, Latino Jewish, Israeli, contemporary, Latin America, or a combination. You'll put together the concert. He'll come and perform for you, and Rabbi will be part of this as well. No, he's not going to sing with Cantor necessarily, but he will provide wine and desserts for the party. So here's how it's going to work. At this part of the program, the $100 level, we're going to give this prize, the private concert for 10 with the desserts and wine, to the person who gives $100 last. All right? You see how that works? Now, it can be anyone at $100 or above. So since I started talking, Esther and Fince, is that 2 last names? Esther and Mordecai Fintz gave $250, and then Jonathan Sussman came in and gave $180, and then Esther and Mordecai gave another $100. So understand, you can play this game as many times as you want. Every time you hit that donate button, $100 or above, you're qualified for this game. The last person to give $100 is going to get the private concert, they're going to get the desserts and the wines. So, the last donors to this point, we had Sage, we had Cantor Norman, he can't win his own contest. Esther and Mordecai came in, Jonathan Sussman came in, Esther and Mordecai came back. Now, Mary Jane Rochelson and Mintz, they're now my last donors for $100. But we're going to find out if they're ultimately going to be last. Because here's how it works. When I give the cue, which is going to be in a moment, we're going to put a 30-second counter on it. Now, Jamie, don't do it yet, because we're going to do it here in the studio, in the sanctuary. It's not going to show up on your phones. You have to understand, the only person who will know when that clock hits 0 is me. I'll tell you when it is, but because everyone is watching this and hearing my voice at different times, you're going to have a hard time knowing exactly when it is. So I encourage you right now to put in those $100 donations. Right now, Mary Jane Rochelson, and Joel. So Mary Jane and Joel. I got that one right now? Mary Jane and Joel are currently my last $100 donors. If this contest would close right now, for their $100 donation, they would get this amazing experience, opportunity with the entertainment, with the desserts, with the wine, with the interactions with the cantor and the rabbi. The question is, are they going to be the last $100 donor? I implore you not to wait for the last second, because if you think you're going to wait for the last second, you're going to get beat out on this package. So this game will end 30 seconds from right now. So Esther and Mordecai are back in for $100. Let's go ahead and put the 30-second counter on it. So Esther and Mordecai are my last $100 donor at this point. This is the time of the program where we watch the bids and we watch the donations come in. You can play this game as many times as you want. You can hit that donate button as many times as you want. When they tell me the game is over, we will then go back, we will refresh the screen, we will acknowledge all the donations that have come in, we will then celebrate and announce who the winner of this game is. The question is, you're thinking to yourself, for $100, what a great deal. Not only can I donate my $100, but I can get something great out of this. At the same time, this package will probably raise $1,000 or more just trying to find who the last donor standing is. And that's what we call it, the last donor standing. So don't wait to the very last second of this package, because we want to be able to announce and say who our winner is. Who's going to get the Cantor Norman private concert? Who is going to get the Rabbi Litwack dessert and wine party? There's some people here in the sanctuary who are dancing around. They think they're going to get it. In a moment, we're going to announce who's going to get it. Because again, it's not up to me. It's up to the Qtego platform. And when they tell me it's closed, we will take a few seconds. We will refresh that screen. We will make sure that you all have a chance to put in those final $100 donations. So what I want to do is I want to acknowledge some of the donations that came in previously. So if we can go back to the other screen, before I announce who our winner is, let's go back to the other screen if you would for me. Let's sort by winning. Let's sort by time. Oh, it's coming. We're refreshing the Wi-Fi. So here's how it works. Scroll up there a little bit more. I'm going to step forward. I might be out of camera again, but I want to go up just a little bit because we've had a lot of donations, right? It's been great. Let's go up a little bit. Oh, we still have to wait. It's still rolling. All right. So I know Donald Poskin got in. Oh, are these? No, I want them time-stamped. I want to go by time, please. Yep. This is the technology beauty of this before we announce our winner, right? So those are timestamps. We can start right down there at the bottom. This is them, right? So again, you had to do at least $100 to play this game. Ron Bloom got in at 100. David Paskin got in 100. Then Gail Slatko got in with a $100 donation. Lenny Feldman got in with $100. Carol Moss got in with $100. Both of our chairs here with us. Ron Bloom got in $100. And is that our top one right there? Yeah? Because what we have here is our winner with our final $100 donation is Robin Leader Landau with a $100 donation. So she wins that, but I think what's more important, Jamie, let's go back to that other screen, because what I want to do is I'm going to look up here on the screen and watch what we just did. We just raised $20,100. How about that? Carol stood up for the first time all night to celebrate. I love it. Carol, thank you so much. Folks, that is a tremendous accomplishment by all of you who are watching here this evening. So thank you so much for those of you who donated and gave. I will also tell you that we have a little bit more business to take care of here. If I didn't call your number, and you know what? If you want to, over the next few moments, you want to see if we can figure out our Gan Sinai? No, too many donations came in. We'll certainly make sure that we acknowledge that, right? Right? I love that it keeps coming in. That's great. Understand that those donations that have come in, David Barnett is a $1,000 donor. David, thank you so much, folks. Other donations can still come in. In fact, this is the part of the program that we call the all call. So whether I called your donation amount or not, whether it's $40 or $40,000, whether it's $18 or $18,000, now's the time to put it in. So we did have David Barnett with his $1,000 donation. Darren Friedman came back with a $600 donation. The donations continue to come in, and we want to acknowledge them and thank you. So understand that Robin is still the winner of our $100 game, but as more donations come in, we certainly appreciate those as they come. Now, I will tell you that we have a few more points of business to accomplish here before we wrap up our program. First and foremost, we have our final door prize of the evening, another Edible Arrangements gift card. Again, just to someone who registered for tonight. We're picking someone at random, and that winner is? Nope. The winner is? That's not our winner. So what we have here, Robin Gale is the winner of our Edible Arrangement gift card, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to announce our sponsor raffle, right? We've got lots of opportunities to pick here and celebrate people who have won thing. The sponsor raffle is this. It's the sponsor opportunity drawing. If you are one of our sponsors, you are entered into a drawing. Just for sponsoring, we wanted to give something back to you as well. And we gave a $200 Bourbon Steak Miami restaurant gift card to, this was drawn before the program tonight, and that went to one of our sponsors, Professional Bank. How about a round of applause for Professional Bank? Not only for being one of our sponsors, but also for winning that gift card. So thank you so much for that. And finally, we have, and I say finally just because this is the opportunity drawing part of the program, we have our $1,000 Amex gift card drawing to do. What we have here is we have these ping pong balls. And on these orange ping pong balls, oh, can we take the full screen shot so we can see the ping pong balls? We should be on our one shot right now. So, and if not, I can bring the ping pong balls out to me. Do I need to do that? I think they're coming. All right, I'm just going to bring the ping pong balls out here. It's all good. I can hold them right here, right? So what we have here is we have the ping pong balls. We sold 34 of these opportunity drawing tickets. One person is going to win a $1,000 $1,000 Amex gift card. $1,000 for a $100 purchase. So here's how it's going to work. Each one of these is numbered. I'm going to turn my head this way because here's how it's going to work. The ball that I pulled out is the number 12. And what we did is we put all the purchasers of our Amex gift card drawing in order of how they bought those opportunities. And because this one says 12, I'm going to ask who is the 12th person to buy their opportunity drawing? Margot Brilliant. Dr. Brilliant, congratulations. Round of applause for Dr. Brilliant, right? Because what she did is not only win $1,000, but helped courtesy of, and was that the Sisterhood who donated that? The Sisterhood donated that gift card, which ultimately had a $1,000 value and helped Temple Sinai raise more than $3,000 in opportunity drawing tickets. I think it would have been pushing $4,000 on that. So Dr. Brilliant, thank you so much. I believe in karma, and I believe that this ping pong ball may have been part of the celebration of you with your big donation of those braces for the package tonight. But certainly number 12 and Dr. Brilliant, you won that there as well. Now, what I also want to do, if we can pull up our total money raised screen, because I've got 2 more points of business. Point number 1 is I'm going to announce the total money raised during the entire Light Up the Night segment this evening. We keep seeing that $21,100 that we raised in the Bid from the Heart. But we also had our silent auction. We had our live auction. We had our opportunity drawing, the $1,000 Amex gift card. We also had our sponsors. So I'm going to do some quick little math. What we just did there tonight, in just tonight, for Temple Sinai, is raise $51,000. How about that, right? I love to see that. That is awesome. Folks, what I will tell you is as we celebrate the funds that we have raised here tonight as part of Light Up the Night, understand that those funds raised, which will ultimately include the money that is matched in our Bid from the Heart, it is this. It is that the future of Temple Sinai is you. It is not only you, but it is your children. It is those youth who are going to introduce in a moment. Understand that if you want a silent auction item, the Temple office will communicate with you exactly how you're going to get that item to you. As we wrap up tonight's program, I will tell you that my name is Jason Alpert, and I've loved being your MC and your auctioneer tonight. I will also tell you that we couldn't wrap up this celebration of Light Up the Night, this celebration of Hanukkah, without some more Hanukkah songs. And to do that, we're going to turn it over to our youngsters, the children of Gan Sinai. Please enjoy these songs and have a great rest of your night. Good night, everybody.
I'm Menun.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come along and sing the song with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Everyone can be a Maccabee. Brave and stronger, march along the day is done. Hanukkah time is here again. Happy Hanukkah to everyone.
Mama's
Little baby loves laughter, laughter. Mama's little baby loves laughter.
little baby love.
Loves laughter, laughter. Mama's little baby loves laughter too. Run away to jam, run away to jam. Now it's time to have your bell.
I have
סביבון, סוף סוף סוף, חנוכה הוא חג טוב, חנוכה הוא חג טוב, סביבון, סוף סוף סוף, סוף נסוף כה וכה, נס גדול היה פה, נס גדול היה פה, סוף נסוף כה וכה, לה 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 סביבון, סוף סוף סוף, חנוכה הוא חג טוב, חנוכה הוא חג טוב, סביבון, סוף סוף סוף, סוף נסוף כה וכה, נס גדול היה פה, נס גדול היה פה, סוף נסוף כה וכה, לה 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 לה
Don't let the light go out. It lasted for 64 years. No, let the light go out. Temple Sinai, your home is so dear.
Thank you so much. This is beautiful.